ex-US pilot warns of UFO-related national security threats. He said, "I've heard it described over the course of 8 or 9 years, basically the same object being reported." The Navy pilot claims that he ran into UFOs while flying in restricted airspace off the United States East Coast. Well, it's not just the East Coast that UFOs have been sighted, but also the West Coast. But he's talking in particular about the East Coast here. He's alleging that people who are still flying out there continue encountering mysterious unidentified objects, while a trio of objects downed by the U.S. military in the aftermath of the Chinese balloon affair turned out to be terrestrial in origin, dashing hopes for close encounters of the third kind. A former U.S. Navy pilot has insisted that the truth is still out there. Lieutenant Ryan Graves is an FA-18 Super Hornet pilot who previously shared his squadron encounters of UFOs or UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, as they're referred to nowadays, during training flights in restricted airspace off the coast of Virginia. And now he's told a British newspaper that people who are still flying out there keep encountering these strange UFO things. He says some of them were described as cubes and spheres. I've heard it described over the course of 8 or 9 years, basically the same object being reported. Also, nondescript white objects are reported as well, he said. We have to be aware that there are objects in our airspace, and we are not fully aware of what they are. Certain uncertainty in our airspace is a national security threat, he says. Meanwhile, Graves launched an advocacy organization called Americans for Safe Aerospace, which aims to provide public education on unidentified anomalous phenomena and support pilots and other aerospace workers impacted by these UFO UAPs, according to the description on their website. The organization postulates if UAP UFOs are foreign drones, they pose an urgent threat to national security and airspace safety. If they are something else, it must be a scientific priority to find out. Graves also observed that the type of fighter aircraft he was flying when he encountered UAPs is not a proper scientific tool for understanding the phenomena in question. And as such, he says, we need to gather more data. He says, as quoted by the newspaper, he says, we're just not at a point where we can draw conclusions. And this is by Andrei Dergal and Sputnik on Bended Reality. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.